perfect sugar dough cookie recipe. Disclaimer that this is not my recipe. This recipe is by Cookies by Sucre. I will tag her below. There are a few things that I've changed about this recipe though. The thing I love most about this recipe is that it's a no chill, no rise, no spread recipe. That means that your cookies will hold their shape. Take a look at that. Start off with 1 cup of softened salted butter. Trust me, it has to be softened, cannot be melted, cannot be hard. That you're going to add 1 cup of sugar. Mix until the butter and sugar is creamed together. Usually takes about 3 minutes, scraping halfway through. Be sure to scrape the bottom of your bowl. Find that the butter tends to just kind of sit there. Unless you scrape it to mix it in, it won't mix in at all. Quick side note, if you're new here, I am a self-taught baker. Used to be a teacher. I taught for 10 years, and I currently have a 7-month-old. Started this journey on September 26th. Opened my business about a month ago. To this, you're gonna add 1 egg at room temperature, 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. One of my comments said to add 1 tablespoon of butter vanilla, which I did here. Cookies by Sucre uses a tablespoon of almond extract, which is so delicious, but because of allergies, I don't use that. Now weigh out 420 grams of flour, 3.5 cups. To that, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. In my opinion, it is so important to weigh out your flour. This is where people's recipes usually don't work. Something goes wrong, like it did for me, and I'm going to show you. This first batch, I didn't weigh my flour and I just put in 3.5 cups of flour and it was too dry and crumbly. This is the next day after it being in the fridge. That's not what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's supposed to look like. Soft, pliable, like Play-Doh. You don't have to squeeze it together for it to hold its shape. It should just kind of like be really soft. This is right after me mixing it. I'm cutting out my snowflakes. A little more on why I like to weigh and not just measure. We sometimes actually add way more than 3.5 cups without actually realizing it. It goes for your cake recipes too. If you haven't already, grab yourself a scale, a food scale. These are the cookies right out of the oven. That's what they should look like on the backside. Bake them at 325 for 10 minutes. And this is what they look like on the inside. I want to show you the texture, like it's soft. Not your typical hard sugar cookie. Okay, happy baking.